Hey, good morning, my dear beloved brothers and sisters. Hey, this is Matthew, Mr. Hope Richerzhagen with Phenomenal Marriage. Just a thought for the day on communication. Look at this. It's beautiful out here. I'm on my morning constitutional, and this is my father's world. This is where I live. This is where I get to go for walks. So often when people try and communicate, it explodes. People say I see all the time, people are saying, I try and communicate and it always ends up in a fight. What is happening very often, you can't control other people. What is happening very often is the situation escalates because there's a lot of deep hurt, a lot of deep anger, a lot of deep bitterness. And what I'm going to ask today, what I'm going to suggest today in this video is to just share your feelings without blame, without asking them to do anything. And it works really well when you take a deep breath, because 55% of communication is nonverbal, 38% is the tone of your voice, just 7% is the actual words that you use. And so before you try and communicate, if you check in with yourself and you show up as your best self, if you show up as light and love, and just share how you feel, not you dirty, rotten, stinking, because that doesn't help. People say, well, I need to share how I'm feeling. Well, that's attacking someone. That's not sharing how you feel. You check in with yourself. Start with that and say, okay, how do I feel? I feel hurt. Because usually people feel anger and they attack their spouse because they feel hurt. Anger is hurt on the way out. And when you're willing to be honest with yourself and honest with your spouse, it changes everything. Just share your feelings. And I'm going to give you an example. So let's say the classical example is this gal. This didn't happen to me. She was going to counseling and she was furious with her husband. Furious. And they went to counseling, and the issue was he didn't pay the bills on time. And she was just like trying to kill him with her words and, with her emotional energy. And the counselor said, they sat down side by side, and the counselor said, how did you feel when he didn't pay the bill? That dirty, rotten school. And he said, no. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. How did you feel? That dirty, rotten. 3 times he asked her, and all she could do was attack him. And he said, no, time out. I want to know how you feel. How did you feel when he didn't pay the bills? And she broke down and wept. And if you could see her husband, he's sitting there with his arms crossed. He's protecting himself because she's attacking him. You would do the same thing. I would do the same thing. He's under attack. You would defend yourself. You would withdraw and protect yourself. He went from sitting back with his arms crossed. He leaned forward towards his wife. The expression on his face changes, and he says, oh, babe, I had no idea. Honey, you'll never have to worry about me missing a bill payment ever again. And see, the thing was, as she talked, she poured out her story. She felt so scared. She felt so lonely. She felt so worthless. She felt so weak and powerless because when she was a small kid, somebody didn't pay a bill and they got evicted. So really, the issue wasn't even with him. The issue was a ghost from her past. But you'll never know that if you don't listen. You'll never know that unless you care. If you're protecting yourself, if you're defending yourself, you'll never learn that. And the thing is, for you who wants to share your feelings, when you get rid of all that anger, all that bitterness, and you just say, I feel whatever, I feel hurt. When you shared that, I really felt hurt. I would prefer that you do it this way and let it be. Quit trying to control them. There's so much friction and frustration when you try and control another human being's response. Just share what you want. Let's just say, for example, your husband doesn't help you with the dishes. Dear beloved sisters, he doesn't help. You want him to help and he doesn't help. Just share how you feel, honey, and pick the right time and drain all your emotion, take your deep breath, and just say, honey, I feel taken advantage of when you don't help me with the dishes. I've asked you to do that. What's going on for you for that? And listen. Listen to his heart. He may have something that you have no idea. Maybe when he was a kid, he had to do the dishes, and so he feels compelled to do it, and he doesn't want to do that. Listen to him. Share your feelings, and then listen, and then give them room. If your wife is doing something that you don't like, dear beloved brothers, just say, pick a good time, let out, just drain all the emotion. And just say, honey, I feel disrespected when you talk to me like that. I'd prefer that you treated me like I was your man. What's going on for you when that happens? And listen. It's amazing. Try it and let me know how it works for you. It's completely transformed my life and my communication, and it will yours too. May God richly bless you. Thanks so much. Have a great day.